feminine. Let's go ahead, jump right into this reading, my love. Let us see what the messages are the Spirit has here for you on today. Please do keep in mind, y'all, these are general messages. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Thank you, thank you. All right, let us see. What are the messages for our divine feminines? Thank you, Spirit. What do they need to know? Messages for divine feminines. What do they need to know? All right, we have common interests. Ooh, all right, very first card out. Beautiful, common interests. All right, I like that, feminine. All right, what does feminine need to know? Thank you, Spirit. Whoa, we have sacred mirror. Okay, this is getting good. All right, common interest, sacred mirror. Okay, thank you, Spirit. We have opposites align. Yeah, this is looking like this is your twin. Past life love is the underlining. Yeah, this is twin. All right, so regardless of whatever else comes out from this point on, we already know who it is. This is masculine. All right, so what's up with you and masculine? We shall see. But we know this is masculine. Based on what we're seeing, yeah. What does feminine need to know? All right, this one. Requited love. Oh, this is going to work. We have catalyst flame. All right, so there was something right before this one that prepared you and them for each other. Or it's something that you're in now. Something they're in now, but it's preparing you for one another. Okay. Jump. Okay. Let us see. Thank you, Spirit. What does feminine need to know? Okay, we have safe space. Okay, see, an underlying energy here is mismatched. All right, so perhaps somebody is realizing that wherever they are right now is not quite it. It doesn't quite fit. You know, like something is not quite right. They could have been with someone because they're like, hey, you know, me and this person are the exact same. And that's what I say. You and your twin have the same energetic like signature. But as far as being the exact same, oh, absolutely not. Especially when it comes to the external parts. Oh, no. You might have like a similar swag or it might be completely different. You might have one that is like quirky and the other one the opposite. You know, you might have one that is really playful and silly and all that stuff. And the other one is like serious all the time, you know? So when it comes to the twins, it could be like that in many ways, but the opposites attract and they align. It's like whatever you know, are missing, they have, and whatever they are missing, you have. But not to say you're missing it. You get the point. It's like the missing pieces, so to speak, as opposed to, oh, we the exact same piece. Okay? Can't necessarily fit right there because that's not going to work or something like that. All right. It says your puzzle pieces from two different boxes. No matter how hard you try, you just don't fit. Yeah. Meanwhile, the two of you have been best friends this whole time, but it's been more to it than just like a best friend type of energy. Or you've been friends this whole time and just trying to keep it in that friend zone. But it's like you can't fight off what you feel. Look at all these colors. All of it is the same. It's like all of this represents, you know, harmony, the 5D and beyond, right? Where the twins are. So like 7D and beyond, basically. And then, yeah, best friend, sexual chemistry, everything is on point. And then with this other situation, it's like jealous control, but they've been afraid to leave. Nevertheless, it's like, look, I can't keep trying to force something to work if it's not working. Meanwhile, I know where I'm meant to be at and I know what would work or something like that. Yes, they're growing apart from this person that they've been with. Okay. So common interest says shared passions, mutual hobbies, parallel curiosities. It's easy to bond when your worlds naturally overlap. Exactly. All right. Sacred mirror. This connection reflects not only your wounds, but your power, your patterns, and your potential. These truths can only rise to the light of real intimacy. All right. So you and this person share true, real intimacy. It's a real bond here between y'all. Again, you could have been trying to keep it as, oh, let's just do the friend thing. But the reality is, even if y'all were to say we're just going to be friends, you would be the best of friends ever in like life because the energy is everything. This is your divine counterpart. All right. But it says they bring what you lack. See, and you offer what they need. Do you see what I'm saying? This is the beautiful alchemy of complementary energies. Yeah. It's like you're whole all on your own. Don't get me wrong. They're whole all on their own. But the two of you bring what the other one is needing, what the other one is missing. You know, I don't know how to explain it beyond that without making it sound like you're incomplete because you're not. You know what I mean? So please use your discernment. And then requited love. You don't have to wonder. You don't have to prove your worth. You are loved just as much as you love. Wow. Okay. So it don't get no better than that. You know what I mean? You wouldn't want an unrequited situation with your twin soul. You would want a requited situation. We're both into each other. We both have this chemistry. You know, we both have this respect. And it's so much of it that we can stand the test of time. We can get through whatever. We got this. That's beautiful. All right. Then we have the safe space. You found someone who listens without judgment, holds space for your truth, and makes your heart exhale. So you can just finally go, shit, you know, like, damn, okay, I've been holding that for like however long because I've been trying to fit this piece and it's just not fitting, and I keep trying to make it and it's just not working. And like, for example, right, this could be them, this could be you. Take it however you need to. You could have a winning plan. All one would have to do is stick to the winning plan and everybody wins. For some reason, the plan keep not planning. So it's like, well, maybe it's not planning because it's not meant to be planning. You get what I'm saying? So that's where I'm getting at. Then we have this best friend. You could spend hours doing nothing together and still call it the best day. Just being together is more than enough. I feel like all this that we already saw speaks volumes. It speaks for itself. We could just end the reading right here, be honest with you. But we're going to go ahead and look deeper. We're going to go ahead. Yeah, you are not on the same page anymore. Whoever they're growing apart from or whoever you're growing apart from, it's like, you know, just said the same thing so many times. It's like, all right, I'm done now. All right, it says you're not on the same page anymore, and maybe the healthiest thing is to stop pretending you are. All right, because here's the thing. If you're growing and your person is growing, y'all not together, but y'all both still growing. It's 4:44 p.m. right now. Look at all the signs. Okay, it's like eventually it's going to come together. But if you're in this situation or they're in some situation and you're growing, but this other individual isn't, you know, your twin is growing, but their karmic isn't, or whoever, soulmate, whatever, isn't growing, it's like, dang, you know, I don't really know what else to say about this. Or it could be you or your person have been stunting your growth for quite some time to let, you know, whoever, whatever, catch up. And spirit is like, what are you doing? You know, like it's enough of that. No more stunting your growth because we have things to do. You're on a mission. You know that already, feminine. You cannot just sit around twiddling your thumbs because somebody don't want to grow, you know? So let us see here. Let's get into the tarot for my boost. All right, what are the messages? Thank you, spirit, for our feminines. What do they need to know? Oh, it's new, and look how it's shuffling. Okay, it's shuffling like it's new. Okay, we have the 2 of Swords and the 3 of Swords. All right, 2 and a 3. Now, at one point in time, because we do see there was a karmic here, or there was some other energy, there could have been divided loyalty, or it's like somebody was loyal to you, but loyal to their situation. You were loyal to them, but loyal to your situation. Okay, 3 of Swords, but it's definitely a third party here. And it was painful, you know, for you, for them, I'm sure for both of you. But why be apart when you can be together? That's where it feels like you're coming from. They're very drawn to you, very attracted, okay? And you guys can see the way the cards are shuffling. It's not like they just had to come out 2 or 3. No, it didn't. And I'm going to keep shuffling just to ensure, okay, to assure. Blue always mixes those up. I laugh and giggle every time too. All right, hold on. Okay, it's new, it's new. Let it slip and slide, let it slip and slide. All right. We're gonna take our time with this one, y'all. Let it do what it do, how it do it. Let spirit give us what we need to get, how we get it. All right, per usual. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. All right, thank you, spirit. Messages. Okay, so we have a couple. All right, so we have the 5 of Pentacles. All right, the 6 of Pentacles and the World. Now, if it had been a 5, 6, 7, I'd have put it right back. All right, but the 5 of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles, and the World. All right, so I feel like, yeah, you blocked something out. Okay, block your person out for a while because you felt like something was one-sided, or like you were putting in way more energy than you were getting out. The World shows an ending. Okay, so something has definitely ended, or it soon will. Again, somebody has evolved, somebody has grown, something has been reflected back to them as to where they see where they need to grow, where they need to evolve. The Fool, taking a leap of faith. All right, taking a leap of faith and coming towards their divine counterpart here. All right, I also feel like this is somebody taking a leap of faith and deciding to step outside of the friend zone or something like that. Okay, because if you and this person never crossed that line, never discussed crossing that line, okay, that could be the scary part for them, actually coming at you like as more than a friend. Okay, step into you as they want to be more than a friend. It'll be very nerve-wracking for them. Okay. Oh, we have the Empress. Okay, the Empress coming out with, all right, the Hierophant. I'm gonna put these back. So oh, not the Empress, excuse me, the Emperor. Okay, and the Hierophant. Yeah, they're together. Okay, the 4 and 5. But I don't feel like this is a coincidence, y'all. We've had new decks before and it has not come out like this. So we're not gonna say, oh, because it's new and it need more of a shuffle. Y'all see how I'm shuffling the deck. Okay, so it's definitely not that. All right, but the Emperor and the Hierophant, this person is coming towards you, wanting commitment, wanting marriage. Okay, wanting to show you how they feel about you, because this is common interest. That's what the Hierophant literally is. Shared values, common interests. Okay. So coming together because we have a shared mission. We have a shared purpose. They want to be with you. They want to make something work. Okay. We have the Strength card. Yeah, so it's like they have to work up the nerve. They have to work up the strength, the courage to come towards you and speak their truth. Okay. They may also feel like you're just very gracious. Judgment. This is a reality check, wake up call when it comes to this connection. I see things clearly now. I feel like they always have, you know, it was just they were trying to make something else work with somebody only to realize like, wait, this is not, it's not fitting because it's not meant to fit. It's not meant to fit. Okay. So I'm over here trying to force it to fit. It's not meant to fit. Okay. You two are each other's safe space. Happy place. 9 of Pentacles. You're very independent. You got it going on. You're not out here with your hand out. Okay. Queen of Swords. You're very matter of fact, no nonsense. You don't tolerate any BS. Page of Swords. And they're very curious to get to know you more. All right. Queen of Wands. You're very attractive, very magnetic, alluring. Some of you could have air sign placements, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, but you don't have to. Just somebody that's very feisty, spicy, no nonsense, very intelligent, you know, attractive. You get a lot of attention, high energy levels, high vibrational, go-getter. Okay, we have the Fool, the King of Wands, and the the 4 of Pentacles. All right, so you see, it's a good shuffle, y'all. It's a good shuffle. Underlining is the 10 of Pentacles, all right? It's just some things needed to come out. That's just what it is, okay? If they came out and it looked like, oh, but this is 2 and a 3. No, it's supposed to come out. Or that's the Hierophant and the Emperor. They back to back. No, that was supposed to come out. I promise. So we have the Fool card, Leap of Faith, King of Wands. This is taking action, okay? Somebody who's very loyal, all right? Committed, man of their word. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. So that's, in other words, I'm going to go for it. Because 4 of Pentacles, I want to hold on to you. I want to hold on to this 9 of Pentacles person that I'm in love with, that I don't want to let go of, that has been my friend, but I want as more than a friend, you know? They want you as so much more than a friend. And the 10 of Pentacles is building a secure, stable life together with the 2 of Cups right underneath that. Absolutely. Then the 3 of Cups, it's like, yeah, this is my friend, but it's my homie lover friend. That's what I've been telling y'all this whole time. Then you showed up as the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. They show up as the King of Wands and the King of Swords. It's a vibrational match and it's a meeting of the minds. So the 2 of you are able to stroke each other's brains, you know, make each other's brains feel good, stimulate each other that way, you know. It's not just about the physical attraction, passion, chemistry. No, you two are into each other mentally and emotionally as well. All right. So it's like, yeah, you cover all bases. Then we saw something about the sexual chemistry. So we know that's on point, you know. So we have the Star card jumping out now. The Star is a destined connection, something that's fate, something that's meant to be. All right. Again, this is answered prayers, divine guidance. This is enlightenment and consciousness in general. So this person, they feel like they've been enlightened to a lot via this connection, you know, because of this connection, perhaps. Yeah, the Empress, because of you. Okay. We have the Emperor, the Empress here together. That's what they want to be. This Emperor wants to be with their Empress. They feel like that's where they're being guided. The Page of Pentacles, open mind. Yeah, their mind has been open to a lot of different things, and they say it's because of you. All right. It's going to be someone that was typically selfish, stingy, greedy, closed-minded, but no, their mind is open now. Okay, very skeptical, you know, before, not anymore. Things like that. Or maybe they are, but it's like they could be a person that, for example, a skeptic. If you're able to prove something to them, they'll believe you. But if you can't prove it, you know, so I feel like you've proven that true love exists. You've proven that love is real. You've proven that genuine people exist. You've proven that people can be pure in heart, in nature, intention. You've proven through your actions. So this person is like, I believe in these things now because through you, you know, you've shown. So it's like, I can't not believe what I'm seeing right in front of me, you know. We have the 7 of Wands. All right, yeah, so this is like, I want to stand up and fight for this, okay? I'm determined to stand up and fight for this connection. 4 of Cups, because they don't want anybody else. Nobody else is you, you know? This is their safe space. They've grown to love you much more than a friend. Again, the Hangman, it's like you're on this person's mind all the time. They see you as so much more than a friend. Because the Hangman is a change in perspective. So if they thought, oh, you know, we're compatible because we're soulmates, but we're platonic soulmates. Only for later on down the line to be like, actually, we're not platonic soulmates. It's so much deeper than that, okay? And I feel perhaps they were trying to keep it in the platonic category because of whatever they were doing with, you know, the karmic partner or what have you, right? So let's see. As we proceed to give you what you need, okay? Yep, we have the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. So this person is worried. They're worried that if they don't say something or do something, that something is going to be over. Because I feel like, again, 3 of Swords, 2 of Swords, there was divided loyalty, not really knowing what they wanted because of karmic situation, right? Excuse me. Not really knowing because of that. Look at this devil. Lord have mercy. But they do now. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. It's like, I want what's meant for me. It was that, you know, questioning what is my destiny. I just want what's best for me. So ultimately, my advice would always be pray to God and ask to stay in alignment with God's will for you. That way, whatever deception somebody got going on, never mind that, because I'm in alignment with God's will for me. So if you're not a part of God's will for me, then you won't be around because I already prayed about it. You get what I'm saying? So that's my advice to you. Whether it be you, feminine, or your masculine, pass it along to him from me, you know, or her from me. Tell them that Blue said, if they are not sure, pray to God to keep themselves in alignment with God's will for their life. Okay? How about them apples? That way, nobody can confuse them. All right? Okay, Spirit. What are the messages for our feminists? We have the Ace of Wands. All right, yeah. So there's definitely going to be a breakthrough here. Okay. Somebody may enjoy the herbs. Okay. So somebody might be rolling up and suddenly get an idea like, oh, I know what to do or something like that. Okay. This could be the masculine. This could be you. Take it however it applies. If you don't do that, this could just be a sudden burst of energy, you know, and you're like, oh, I know what to do. I got this, you know, or something like that. An idea comes to you, aha moment. You're like, I got this. I already have all the skills, all the tools, etc. I got everything lined up. This is going to be perfect. You know, that kind of thing. Because the magician is bringing something from the spiritual into the physical. So this person feels like they manifested this. Lo and behold, they didn't know that. Okay, let me explain this. Let me slow it down before I get a ticket. This person feels like they manifested this, but they thought that what they manifested was the other individual. You get what I'm saying? Only to realize like, oh, the reason this is not fitting is because, oh, hello, the person that I thought was just my friend with benefits or whatever y'all had going on, because ain't no way y'all was just best friends and sexual chemistry is here. It could be that y'all best friends ain't never crossed that line, but when you do, OMG, that's when you're going to realize like, oh, that's why this other wasn't working or something like that. But nevertheless, they're realizing like, oh, you see, because look at this right here. Okay, jealous, control, afraid to leave. And then right underneath that is faking it. So they were faking it for the sake of like social media or what everybody had assumed based on what had already been occurring. But the two of you already know the truth. And look, what are the odds that look at all these colors, right? And look at the same colors up here with y'all's energies. You see what I'm saying? It's no coincidence that this is how Blue would have decided to pull these cards or put these together like this. All right, then we have the Queen of Pentacles with the Two of Wands. So when this person comes towards you, it's like the ball is in your court. What do you want to do about this? You know, do you want to allow it to become what we see it could be, or, right? Because we have the Nine of Wands. The Wounded Warrior. Some of you have boundaries up with this person, and then the Five of Pentacles confirms that. But it was because, you know, the divided loyalty. If we're going to be friends, let's be friends. Let's not try to cross that lane, or let's not try to cross that line into lovers, because then it gets confusing. You know, we friends, cool. We lovers, cool. But we won't be friends who lovers. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. We could be lovers who are friends, but we won't be friends who lovers, because then it's just really confusing, and we don't know what's what. Okay, like that. And then the Eight of Cups will be you ultimately walking away, because that's confusing. And then they feel like they not only lost their best friend, but they lost their love. So nobody wants that, right? So let us see. The Three of Swords. I just want to clarify a couple, then we're going to move on. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles. It's like they're heartbroken. See, that's what it was. They didn't know which one they wanted or what they wanted, but it wasn't because of you. It was because they were already doing something. This person is showing up as very loyal, right? So when they're committed to somebody, they're committed. You know what I mean? Doesn't stop the feelings that they have for you, though. But it's like they felt like, oh, bad boy, you know, bad boy. Because they're not supposed to have those feelings when they're with somebody else. But they couldn't deny what they were feeling at the same time. But they was going to put a lid on it because it's not the right thing to do. I hope it's making sense. And then, you know, you just couldn't fight it or something. You had the Queen of Cups. It's your love. It's your nurturing energy. It's, you know, when you distance yourself and you say, okay, well, the best thing for me to do is be respectful of this person, because you do love them, right? So when you love somebody, you respect what they want. You respect their wishes. They say, this is what I want. I want to be with this person. I'm going to put my undivided attention into this person. You say, all right, you fell back. Now they want you even more. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, it was just a graceful, gracious, again, back to that Strength card, thing to do. Okay, so let's see, Five of Pentacles. Oh no, that's too many. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, it was like you blocked them out because of the karmic situation. We have Justice and Devil. Both of these are karmic energies, and it's just like, it's the consequence. You know, you don't know what you want, or that's what you want, go over there. But when you do that, Page of Swords, they watch you even more. They're still curious. You know, the Hermit, you say to yourself, but I'm still watching you. The High Priestess, you're very intuitive, so you know that you're being watched. Ooh, you know when, you know who, you know why. Okay. You know when, you know who, you know why you're being watched. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What are the messages? Okay, we have chemistry. Yes. Attraction, spark, passion. So much chemistry between you and this person. Okay. Peace. You bring a lot of peace into each other's life. Balance, harmony, friendship. Bring a lot of peace into each other's life. So any chaos, drama, that wasn't y'all. It was because of external influence. Okay, I hope you know that. I hope they know that. We have apology. All right, it says forgiveness, return, sorry. Okay, then we have clinging, holding on, obsessing, spying. All right, they're holding on to you no matter what. Remember the Four of Pentacles, they're not letting go. They think about you so much, it feels like an obsession. Okay, we have nourish, self-growth, self-focus, soul finding. Go ahead, Empress. Yeah, that's you. You're like, I'm over here putting all this energy into myself. We have the Star card. You're healing, okay? Healing yourself, healing your wounds. You're growing, okay? Only you. They are devoted to you. They want you. And only you. Devoted, attached, crave. Yeah, chasing. They're going to come after you like it's nobody's business, because they want you for themselves. All right, intuition, heart song, telepathy, inner knowing. All right, the two of you sing the same song. Your heart sings the same song. Okay. Confessions, unveiling, coming clean, messages. Yeah, so they have a lot of truths they want to reveal. They feel like they made a mistake. Okay. They feel like they made a mistake by saying, see, influences, attachments, third party spirit. If they say, yeah, that's the person I want to be with, they feel like, oh, that was a mistake. Because then you just straight up went silent, frozen, no words, stonewall. They want a second chance to make amends. There's been a change in plans. Change of plans. Okay. Past life. Yep. Okay, so we know that for sure. You and this person have been connected from a past life. Okay. They're lusting after you. It's a lot of sexual energy here, again, with the obsession. Yeah, they feel like they're infatuated or actually like they're in love, okay? They just don't want to deny it anymore, feminine. They don't want to deny it anymore. That's what's going on. All right. All right, y'all. For our feminines, thank you, Spirit. What are the messages? We have rise above. All right, rise above the drama, the obstacles, the pettiness. Find the strength to rise. Okay. We have fear, darkness, hesitation, insecurity. Know that you are protected. All right. So again, with tapping into that inner strength, finding that courage. The masculine wants your forgiveness. They want to return, say sorry. They're seeking you. They've had a transformation occur. Okay. We have crossroad. Yep. So I feel like that's the apology is about. You know, sorry for having been at this crossroad. I'm just going to follow my intuition. I've had an awakening. I know what I want. Yep. This separation is definitely not it. Okay, that's not what I want. Yeah. Fresh starts. Okay. New opportunity. Release the past. This is your second chance. Okay. Let's have a brand new beginning, my love. A fresh start. You and me. Okay. We have creativity, inspiration, productivity, creation. Bring out the greatness within. You bring the greatness out of this person. All right. Your love is blooming. Remember the Ace of Wands? So I feel like around spring is when something hit them. And they're like, oh, they've been coming up with some grand idea or something since spring. Okay. What we have here? We have offer. Yeah, that makes sense. If they've been putting together a proposal or something, some grand gesture or something, it might take a while to do that. So that could be what's going on. All right. Gesture, engagement, wedding, rejoice in your union, ascend. They've leveled up. And if the two of you can rise above the fact that initially they tried to run from the connection, if you can rise above the ego and the pride and the arrogant energies, then the two of you can come together in a beautiful, harmonious union. Okay. Again, give each other safe space. This is requited love. All right. Cycles, momentum, force, life cycles. Stay grounded in the now. All right. Solitude, retreat, introspection, silence. Go deep within yourself. I feel like this person has been going deep within. Yeah, because they've been experiencing an emotional storm. All right. Feeling like they need to say something or do something ASAP to express their loyalty. All right. To their divine counterpart. And that's what they're coming in to do. Okay. Yeah. Let's get some more cards here. Some more messages. Thank you, Spirit. All right, guys. I do have those 30-minute personal twin flame soulmate readings available over on my website. You can also check out 3 new services we added this week. The minis, ultra minis, and the 3 question readings. All right. But past life, twin flame soulmate readings, those 2 options are what's best for this type of situation. All right. But if you need something right quick, boom, boom, boom. All right. You have the minis, 15 minutes, ultra minis. Okay. If you want to talk to me on the phone, make sure you specifically book the phone option. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. What are the messages? And if you're interested in joining our book club, starting back up in January 2026, send me an email. All right. It is free to join the book club. So if you're interested, let me know. All right. Let's see. Thank you, Spirit. We have angel number 555, major shifts. Okay. Growing in love together. All right. You might see angel number 555. Okay, ascending together. This is the best experience of my life. Life partners. All right, you see they're ascending, you're ascending. Life partners, like the true meaning of it, right? You are a star, never dim your light. All right, you are a star, never dim your light, honey, ever. Blind them, how about that? June, July, August. All right, so again, something significant about the summer. I mentioned spring earlier, but summer's here as well. Here's spring, March, April, May. All right. So, yeah, they've been planning something. You are so beautiful to me. Your spirit is my favorite thing about you. Okay, beautiful soul, beautiful spirit. It speaks for you. All right, it says, I value your opinion of me, and I want you to be proud of who I have become. Aw, that's so sweet. I feel like both of you feel the same way. Like, let me tell you what I've been working on. Let me tell you what I got going on. You know, you're both excited to share those things with each other whenever you reconnect. Look at all the growth that's taking place. You're always both so proud of each other. Okay. So yeah, they want to continue doing that with you, grow with you, you know, side by side. We already growing together. Okay, we do it side by side. All right, we have with me, you will have no worries. Yeah, they like rest your pretty little head. Okay, you will have no worries, especially if you're somebody that's always going above and beyond to take care of everyone. They like, okay, all right, you deserve to be taken care of now. Let's kick those feet up. Thank you. All right, that kind of thing. Let's see here. Ooh, hold on now. That's too many. Let's see. Thank you, Spirit. We have taking full advantage of the time I have on earth. Honoring myself and others. I know that's right. Okay. You got time to be playing, treating people like I don't care about them. If I do, child, treating people like I care about them less than I do. If I want you to be my spouse, how about I let you know that so we can enjoy life together already? You know, that kind of thing. If you want that too, of course, right? Because they could want it all they want. If you don't want the same thing, it wouldn't even matter. But you do. It says, you're so special to me. I want you more than you think. Okay, I want you more than you think. And we have two. All right, it says, I am in love with you. Never doubt what you feel. And do you truly love me even after everything that's happened? Okay, angel number 444, whatever you need. And when we started, I called that number out. I said it's 444 on the timestamp right now, y'all. All right, so angel number 444 says, whatever you need, I got you. Your guardian angels are all around. Whatever you need, just ask for it. You need answers? Got you. You need protection? Got you. You need them over there to be handled? Got you. Whatever it is that you need, ask, okay? You're going to be experiencing a lot of shifts, a lot of changes taking place around you, you and your person. All right, it says your soul is pure. You are magic. Never forget it. You're an angel. All right, talking to my earth angels out there. Squad, okay? But those are the messages that I have here for you at the time. I pray that this helps you. I know it will. If this was your reading or you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. The information as to where you can book personal readings with me, purchase any decks, books, candles, oils, bracelets, anklets, waist beads, etc. can be found in the description box beneath this video. Also, if you are interested in joining the Patreon for any extended readings, anything like that, exclusive, stuff like that, information's down there. Also, I want to let y'all know the membership on YouTube and the membership on the website are different, because I saw somebody that's a member on YouTube say, oh, I'm already a bluebird, but that's the YouTube, right? And I appreciate y'all. It's just different. The members on the website, they get weekly or monthly readings. So it's just a little bit different. All right. But that's it, y'all. Other than that, I'll speak to y'all soon. Peace and haggry.